Game 2, David Price starts. Postseason struggles are well documented, but he finally had a great start against the Astros in the American League Championship Series. So David Price is going. Manny Machado has hit him through the years. In fact, I saw the numbers this morning, 5 career home runs and 44 at-bats against him. So Manny Machado and David Price. Price has always been one of those guys, a little temperamental, a little moody, postseason, a little emotional. We'll see how it works. By the way, so John Gruden clearly doesn't like the roster, right? And I'm just thinking about this. Gruden, obviously, Khalil Mack is great. I can get picks for him. Amari Cooper, I can get picks. What basically Gruden's telling you is, I don't like the roster much. Okay, let me just say this. We got a week left of the trading deadline. If you want 2 more first-round picks, trade Derek Carr. I mean, clearly, you and Derek Carr are having issues. Clearly, group picks, and I want an elite defensive player. Or 2 good players. You'd absolutely get that. Or they'd give you a first, a second, and a moderate player. So if you're going full rebuild, you can make the argument, go all in.
I don't know if Jacksonville's an option based off of that contract that they gave Blake Bortles. But
well, Tennessee, Marcus Mariota, these organizations, Joey, are so
funny.
What about
Tampa Bay?
I would not trade Jameis Winston yet, and I'm really close. I'm really close. But you know what? With Jameis, he makes too many great throws. I'm real close on moving on. I don't like his immaturity. I think he needs to grow up. I'm going to give him one more chance. I'm close to. He makes way too many mistakes.
Last words.
I know, but there's something about Jameis I'm still holding out hope because, man, he's a big, strong kid. He makes great throws.
I'd love Derek Carr in Miami. Just throwing that out there.
No, that's another team. All right, best for last.
After almost 3 hours, Colin apparently hasn't gotten to the point yet. Quit holding out on us, cowherd. It's the best for last.
Well, I've been telling you all day, this is the next 2 weeks are the best in sports. I got baseball, I got college football on Saturdays. I've got NFL on Sundays. NBA season just started, and there's wild games and stuff. And I to be honest with you, I'm a little overwhelmed. The company asked me to cut a promo for tonight's game, and I think I screwed it up. How I got confused.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think I screwed up. The biggest game tonight is not just the World Series. What if the Lakers go 0-4? Okay, I'm just throwing it out. Chris Haynes, NBA guy, talked about this a couple days ago. Of the teams that have gone 0-4 in the NBA, not good. 17% have made the playoffs. Here's Chris Haynes.
I will push the panic button a little bit because I think if Coach Walton hasn't made any adjustments to that roster or to that lineup by, after that Phoenix game and they're still having problems, that's when I'm thinking that's the next move, not necessarily wholesale changes.
All right. 73 teams have missed the playoffs. 15 have made it since the mid-'80s of teams that have started the year 0-4. That's 17% of teams make the playoffs when they start 0-4. I don't bet NBA basketball. I don't know what the spread is, but Phoenix hosting the Lakers.
How many of those teams had LeBron James on them?
By the way, teams that are down 0-2 in the World Series and have overcome the deficit are 11, the percent that win the series is 21.5%. Joy, the bigger game tonight is... I can't say it, but, I was just trying to make a point. It's a big game for LeBron.
It is a big game. I would say the World Series is more impactful.
Yeah, I would say you're probably right about that. Sleeping in Casper, Casper.com, code HERD, gets you $50 off select mattresses, Casper.com, code HERD. I will say this. One of the topics we've had the last couple of days, and we've had a lot of fun with it, and there's been a lot of going back and forth. It's a really good sports topic. And to me, what makes a really good sports topic is that you can be right on both sides. So when the Raiders trade Amari Cooper, Dallas goes out and gives up a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. And by the way, it has been a mixed reaction, but probably 70-30 against the move. Now, I've come out on the other side of it. And here's why I support the Dallas Cowboys on this. Number one, the Dallas Cowboys brand has always been aggressive. When the Dallas Cowboys aggressively bought the franchise, Cowboys were losing $1 million a month when Jerry Jones bought them. It paid off. They fired Tom Landry, a legend, for Jimmy Johnson. It paid off. They traded Herschel Walker for 7 players. It paid off. They hired Bill Parcells, aggressive guy. It paid off. He rebuilt the franchise. Jerry Jones has an all-time quote where he says, in my life, when I have overpaid a little bit, when I look back on my life, when I have overpaid for my big successes every time, when I tried to get a bargain, I either end up getting something I'm unhappy with or I'm missing it. And so what Jerry Jones is telling you is his career. Jerry World was supposed to cost $660 million. It cost $1.1 billion. It's the talk of the nation. It's the best stadium in America right now. So when I look at what the Cowboys did, I don't think they give a rip that they're going to end up paying $14.5 million a year for Amari Cooper, who's probably more of a second-round, third-round pick than a first-round pick. Jerry's history is he borrowed $1 million from Jimmy Hoffa's Teamsters Union. This is who Jerry Jones is. He is a gambler. He is a risk taker, and he's every single time he's been rewarded. When he went a little conservative. By the way, Barry Switzer got him a Super Bowl. That was a huge risk. A college coach. So now. I think a lot of people are just saying, yeah, Amari Cooper, in the end, he's not worth a first-round pick. And my takeaway is the Seahawks didn't have a first-round pick for 3 straight years in the middle of their dynasty. The Rams this year didn't have a first or a second-round pick. The Eagles didn't. Kansas City didn't. Many of the best teams in the league didn't have first-round picks. The idea that you not having a first-round pick, here's what I know about Amari Cooper. He's a tangible asset. In the worst-case scenario, he gives you 35, 45 catches a year and only a couple touchdowns. That's the worst-case scenario. The Cowboys can still use that. Worst-case scenario, he's just, 2 catches a game is 32 a year. So, Joey, is that a fair worst-case scenario?
Sure.
He is 2 catches a game, which, by the way, is going to be way more than that. So, worst-case scenario, 2 catches a game, and how about a touchdown once a month? Okay, so 32 catches, 4
guy there named Bill Musgrave. He's his offensive coordinator in 2015 and 16. This guy is tough to play for, Colin, just like Nick Saban. And Amari Cooper, in that environment, produced. I think there were some problems with Amari Cooper's work habits. And the hope was, with bringing in John Gruden, that would change.
NFL draft, wide receivers have been impossible to project. There's been like 6 busts. Wide receiver is the most NBA-like position in the NFL. It's always been you break the huddle first. You're kind of your own guy. You're not Willie with the team. You are a superstar athlete. It's the 6'5" guy out on the wing making stuff happen. New England has had so much trouble drafting wide receivers, Joey, they quit doing it. They wouldn't take first-round receivers. They did Chad Jackson years ago, and it bombed, and Belichick just quit. He's like, I'll get my receivers late rounds, low cost, or I'll get them from other teams like Wes Welker and Josh Gordon.
And he also has Tom Brady as a luxury.
He does. But New England has kind of moved away. Like, they will not go with receivers in the first round, and they've had opportunities and they've had needs. Tonight, Game 2 World Series. Dodgers trail, try to even it up at Fenway Park. Huge show tomorrow. Nick Swisher. Outstanding baseball guy joins us. Greg Cosell, Chris Haynes, and Tom Penn. Lakers desperately need a win. Not as bad, probably, as the Dodgers do tonight. All fired up. Radio, see you tomorrow. TV, stick around. Speak for yourself. Is around.